Hello.
Hi.
We've had a brief internet hiccup. It's holding steady now. We just have to emotionally prepare for the fact that Harry Dubois might be underdone by a radio operator.
Cool. Let's get that satisfying click.
Alright. But we got Disco Elysium, which continues to be pretty stellar.
Pretty amazing, yeah. I can see why this was so many people's Game of the Year 2019.
Yeah. So when we last left our heroes, we had made it to the fishing village for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got Harry some digs that aren't...
Yeah.
That are free.
We got Harry that. We have to get the Hardy Boys to tell us what really fucking happened. But we talked to the Hardy Boys and we established an authority with them. They told us the name of an alleged rape victim who we went and talked to and was very emotionally fine and pretty lucid and said, no, that didn't happen.
Right.
And that the Hardy Boys tried to convince her to lie about it.
To spice up the story.
Yeah, and she didn't. Then they handed us a recording where the guy in question very much threatens to do that. And she basically says, well, he did. I'm not going to say he was a great person, but also that was entirely talk. Loves to talk big.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot going on. We got to talk to her. Oh, we can pick up the dice, probably.
Yeah.
We can forge the signature for Everard now.
We can do that now, as soon as we find a mailbox.
Yeah. And then
actually, you should do that in this building.
Yeah.
Since no one is watching in this building.
Right. So we'll do that. And even if we have to tell Everard to go fuck himself, I'm not making that lady sign over where she lives.
Right.
Alright.
So you can get that from the inventory, I think.
Yep. Inventory. Interact.
Letter.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
Oh, it's
the
interfacing.
12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Oh, we can't put on better gloves for this. Oh, not
while you're doing it.
Alright. So we can close. Better interface.
The garden gloves are weirdly better at forgery.
Then
anything else have interfacing on it?
No. 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 Dang. Well, I say we go for it.
Let's do it. I mean, the other option is either tossing it in the trash and not doing it at all, or going through with it, so...
Or is forging it still going to give Everard what he wants?
I don't know.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning
If they're
plan
forged, then they
in
won't
the
go
addendum.
through legally anyway. won't
Yeah,
they?
true. Woo!
The pen is shaking in your hand as you draw a pathetic little line.
What have I done? Or keep drawing.
Keep drawing.
The line gets even shakier and starts to curve towards the bottom of the page.
Have I ruined the document?
No, it's just a line. Forgery obviously isn't your strong suit. Sorry for suggesting it. If you get someone to actually sign this, it should be fine.
Well, we're not doing that. Alright. Fair enough. We're too honest. Also, we saw a thing that said search the floorboards.
Not sure how we do that here.
And we could shave, but we didn't.
Does tab show you anything? Tab just shows you those?
Yeah, it's detective mode. Maybe somewhere else. We'll look.
Yeah.
We'll look
Or
around
maybe
for
some other
floorboards.
time.
That could be too. Kim. Oh, because it's raining. Okay. So why are you hiding, Kim? We're not good with kids. We learned that.
gents.
Gentlemen.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're
Find
cheap,
smokes and smoke
very
them.
cheap. I got Pilsner, great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
300.
For spirit.
What the fuck?
Why is the speed cheaper than the beer?
Why does a bottle of spirits cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
No one can buy spirits for 300 real.
You know, it's funny, actually.
What is?
What?
You mean what? What did you think was funnier?
This guy.
Yeah, this guy.
He gets it.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Should get this bottle of spirits.
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff.
Oh.
Got it from the doctor's office.
So you have like
Ethanol.
pure ethanol.
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
What?
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
Oh god.
That
That sounds dangerous.
It was. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing.
Ooh, that's a line, huh?
Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Have they no shame in taking money for a service they provide?
But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead things. It's like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this
Formaldehyde?
blue stuff. 98.7%, almost pure alcohol.
You have just formaldehyde? What the
Who I
fuck?
already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Wait, for 3 real?
I thought it was 300 real.
Yeah, you thought right. Don't even try to sneak anything past old Rosemary here. I got all senses locked on you, buddy boy. So what will it be?
Never mind, I misheard. 3 real is a fair price.
Aye, the mine. Plays tricks sometimes. Always double check.
I think it'll prove
So, you want it or
useful. Yes.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
I mean,
Go for it.
like, what?
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
And also get the smokes to smoke them.
What? No!
Son,
We could
you will
smoke,
not
couldn't we?
kill yourself with this. Not today. So we're going to store this as a sellable
Sellable
item.
item.
Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
Physical instrument just talks like he's your dad.
He's a coach. Coaches can call you
Coach
son.
physical instrument.
We could get the smoke, couldn't we? Wait, we have a pack of smokes, don't we?
No, we don't.
I thought we did.
No, I'm pretty sure the quest is to find smokes and
In the
smoke them.
civilized world,
Hang on.
it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Hang on, I'm pretty sure we got smokes, we just never smoked them. Or is it an interact? Nope.
Oh,
here.
right. We got the Astra cigarettes.
Didn't we? Yeah, oh. We could smoke them.
That'd clearly
Request?
get 1 for the XP.
Or do we have to use it as a tool? So, held?
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket.
Oh god.
The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Alright.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire.
What are the
Primal
repercussions if
satisfaction.
I do
Do
this?
this?
It's a cigarette.
Here we go. Repercussions. There's a high risk of blood. With a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that. It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true.
Oh.
Dip that bad boy in the flame.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked
Intellect
down into your
rays.
lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Amazing delivery on that one.
All right. I'm not gonna keep them in my hands. We got a tear bag and a pry bar to use. And what's this? Oh, that's our tape player. Well, we don't need that yet. Hey, bud.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who's Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend.
Thanks, suggestion.
Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk.
Electrochemistry. The fact that you're saying that has me very worried.
Don't call Abigail!
Alright. What is this place?
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
You might be climbing a
Yeah.
an upside down cliff here, man.
Yeah. We won't call Abigail.
Hey, tequila.
Idiot doom spiral.
Tracksuit.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Shake his hand.
So what's happening?
Wait, tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high concept reality-based adventures proceeding?
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
So good, I'm on a 50-year losing streak. Reality makes me aggressively sad.
People tell me I'm
I'm
a cop.
I'm getting used to that. I re-entered reality to conquer it. To fit it to my will
I'm
and
the
the
law.
law.
Judge Dredd. I think, which of these would be our Harry the most?
I feel like this one, if we could manage to get here yesterday, it would definitely be this one.
For day one, Harry was kind of 2 or 1, I think.
Yeah.
But I think day 3, Harry has kind of landed on 3.
Yeah, it's like, I guess I'm a cop.
It's good to hear that you're on top of things. Talking about used to, did you know that I used to be a real mover and shaker?
Go on.
Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks.
Wait, didn't you need specific people to sign Everart's letter?
Yes. So we could just get the wrong people.
That'd be neat. Just get the drunk dudes.
Can you and your pal sign this document?
What's it about? I'll let my hand address the situation. Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck they were. Anyone's got a pen? The pro's gonna do it.
That's this green ape one.
All right.
Doom
Spiral. I need at least 2 signatures on the document.
Hey, Abs. Hey, Abs.
Don't you? You call
Oh,
Abigail.
Abigail.
I need you to sign this document right here.
This is the best idea.
This is the
dude.
best solution, yeah.
This is our Harry's. I need you to get 2 signatures. Got it.
Gentrification?
Don't worry.
Meat intoxication.
Don't call her.
Almost
Don't
illegible.
Don't call Abiquow. Great job, Abs. Nailed it.
You did a great service to the village.
Hey, guys. We're heroes.
About fucking time, man. I've done my duty.
Don't call Abigail.
All right.
Thank you for your services, gentlemen. Should we go and mail these? I think I saw a mailbox on the plaza.
Mailbox, plaza.
Got it.
Ryoka's wearing pants, plate of hot air, bats to grandma's breakfast, and turns the bolt to
Oh,
go.
if we're being watched, though, everyone is going to know that we just went to the first two people that we kind of got along with and just went, really, Harry?
Fucking let him.
You got it signed by someone named Idiot Doom Spiral, Harry.
And Abigail, somebody. Can't quite make this one out. Sularam?
And somewhere out here,
Another car?
I think that's a bike?
Or just a tire? Mazout.
What was like part of it? Oh, I guess part of a motor carriage.
A strange
Which feeling passes quickly.
Church.
This is where the D&D nerds hang out.
Welcome to church. Telephone? Like someone hung up too hard. You can imagine why. Calls become
Terrible sometimes.
Another one?
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Does it work?
You hear the tone. The machine is
A
inoperable.
random number?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Oh!
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
Oh, alright. It might be. No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who's Pierre?
Pierre is dead.
Is this Pierre? For you, baby? I could be. Who's Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young
Oh
man.
no, Pierre is playing swords.
Oh no, they're dead. I panicked.
But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
What exactly did we do to your country? I don't know who I am, but who are you?
I'm just calling a random number and you somehow ran with it is very honest. I like this one. I don't know who I am, but who are you? What are you feeling one?
I mean, if you say no, I'm a police officer, we might get, I don't know, a new case.
Oh, that's true.
To hell with the police. To hell with you.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds
Okay,
like
fair
waves
enough.
washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Okay, let's not do that again.
Alright. It was fun, though. I wonder how many there are.
I feel like if we fuck around there too much, Kim might really dislike us.
Winter, slow to let go of Rivershell. Flecks some more wet snow from above.
Look around you.
The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring.
How does it feel?
The melting snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren out dressed so lightly in this weather. At least your hair is protected from getting wet and sticking together. You look around.
What's in the west?
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. Crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles. Grey and red forgotten city blocks. What remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
And beyond that?
The waters turn black. Coal City in the shadow of San Martin. A boomtown. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol.
And it's a wind power town now, isn't it? Or a tidal power town?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
No more. The
Petroleum.
coal was supplanted
Oh,
by
or just
petroleum from the ocean floor and
Oh,
hydropower
okay.
from the Esperance.
Yeah, I remember hearing something
Everything crumbled. These days, only the
renewable
weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet.
What's there?
Below the old mines, L'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. Le Petit Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royan,
I don't know.
where the Philippian kings were interred, with their doctors and their admirals. Mausoleums, burial chambers, leaf gold still remains on the double door
wait.
of the morning.
The double... Is that a reference to the pyramid texts
I don't know.
from ancient Egypt?
Maybe. Le Petit Rat?
Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums, and for fabled relics. Their parents let them. They go deeper.
Deeper.
After rubies, Melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safle and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand Old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent. 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty. Did someone say untold quantities of cocaine? Drop everything.
Somehow I knew you would
and go
spike
down
up.
from the school.
Thank you, electrochemistry.
Few Petit Rat return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to
So
water.
in the West is the setting of an entirely different game.
Yeah, basically. It's in the east.
The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism.
Attempts at.
Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds.
That's all? Or and further?
That's all.
Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king.
And further.
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood.
What's in the north?
The abandoned church, one of 2 remaining stave churches, which were collectively called Les Sept Sœurs. The other 6 sisters were destroyed during the Revolution.
And further north.
A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves, sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
How many is it?
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell. Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection, way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
And on the other side of the inlet.
Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far.
Before that? Before the curtains are drawn?
The Bay of Revachol, vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air-brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos. Wild pines, Zam, Mauryan, and At the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the Coalition warship, Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
That is...
Wow.
That's a paragraph.
Wow.
The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox. Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounding park ever since. The Pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off.
At least one end of this world hasn't been paved over.
Yeah, but still.
Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace.
Further south.
A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells.
I want more.
The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there, in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning. Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothels and drug dens, and the chop shops of the Zemlyaki. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. They are lights directed toward the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers.
Or what?
A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind.
Let's go with what's below me.
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Tell me a secret of the sands, Wind.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it. But who knows?
What's above?
More Coalition aerostatics. Occasionally, lights flash as they maneuver through the falling snow. One large airship carries crates in its belly.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up.
Shivers continues to be real cool.
Shivers is some of the best writing in the whole game.
Yeah.
Stuff that you will never see, but yet can immediately picture.
Yeah.
Electricity flows through the wires.
With audible power.
What is the little ship on the lake looking for? Oh, I understand.
Hello. Ah,
Come on.
A clue?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust. crust of filth.
We don't need that.
No.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Might be a clue.
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jackets?
Could have been multiple seagulls. Kim, that was
You
good.
should still take it.
No, we shouldn't.
No.
Interfacing? Fuck off.
I will peek in these wood pallets, though.
I feel like Kim has some specific responses if you play like an adventure game player who just takes every item
Yeah.
they can reach. Mega Binos prescription lenses? Why is perception worse with that?
I don't know. Well, if we ever need to be a real nerd.
I guess perception is worse because that's not your prescription.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Frames look good.
Frames, yeah, frames have been stable.
Not wood.
We've been lucky for a while. A big wine canister.
Open and empty. Oh.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it. Keep it in now. Don't overreact. Breathe.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
But do we want to be a fear? Kim, what's that smell?
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Eyes up, detective. Something's not right here.
You can beat him to it. Oh, the floorboards, huh?
Is that a body?
Oh, shit. I thought that was just a person, but no, that's pretty still, huh?
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
Jesus.
He had an accident?
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
I should
Agreed.
say so.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold.
I
to
didn't
your
say touch it. Jesus Christ.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
I mean,
we
what
don't.
about his leg?
We don't.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Step on the floor.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile.
Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing.
Ugh.
There's hardly anything left inside.
Yeah, this seems
We-
seems fairly self-explanatory.
Also, you know what the next line's gonna be, right?
Yep.
Or who's gonna say it?
It's mid-market spirits
Oh.
with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Now that's
I
interesting.
thought for a sec electrochemistry was going to be like
Lick up
dibs-
whatever's
dibs
left.
for me.
No, that's actually very helpful.
Electrochemistry he does have good things and important things to say when it's drug related.
Yeah. So this guy, you know,
Tear
he's gonna have a.
all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
Agreed.
Fair.
True. It feels disrespectful.
Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape, from the terror of the fall,
Look in.
the blackness of death, stench. You think you see white chewing gum too?
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario, even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
Really?
The floorboards, yeah.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Study the man
The
himself.
man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine or 1.5 of spirits.
I mean, he had a whole vodka bottle to himself. That sounds like enough to me.
That's not as much as a liter of pure ethanol, though.
Maybe he had more before he got here.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze.
Yeah, and it was mid-market stuff. It was a good time stuff. It wasn't necessarily like forget.
Not like blackout stuff.
Yeah.
Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age,
Visual calculus
approximately
actually
50,
pipes up for
60
once.
years.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot because we're bad at it.
Its score is pretty low.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made.
Huh.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Who is this man?
Who's this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
I mean, we did.
Yeah.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad.
Fuck off.
Now, but it is true. It would feel somehow even worse if bad luck just caught the man.
If he just hadn't enjoyed himself on the way out,
Yeah.
I suppose.
This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
A great party beast.
Kiss your fingers.
I think labeling him as an alcoholic is a bit premature. We don't know anything yet. But probably, right?
I feel like
Between
Harry,
the gum.
I feel like our Harry would either say 1 or 4.
Yeah.
Or 2, if you want to be really funny about it.
No, not in the presence of a dead man.
Or Kim.
We do know that he was married.
Okay.
But you're right. Let's not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What do you think happened to him?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
What about the kebab?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths in such a short time frame.
No!
We should consider the possibility that we're dealing with a sequence killer. Is a stretch.
Without
Yeah.
any further evidence, yes.
What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Do you think he was drunk?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
About alcohol poisoning, liver failure.
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous. Yeah?
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk.
Yeah, more likely they'll just demolish it.
Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What do you think we should do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
What about field
What
autopsy?
autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
I mean,
I don't see
yeah.
a crime here.
You're right.
It does just look like an accident.
Good call. The guys
There's
at
not even
processing
anything
can take
suspect
care of
about
the
it.
rest.
Yeah. We found him. We should finish
like
this.
I feel like we should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
All right, we meant
Double
to
case.
we meant to call the station at the car anyway.
Oh yeah. We actually have like tasks we can do now.
Right. Library card.
Oh, we can interact with the envelope now.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. The 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. It's signed by Idiot Doom Spiral and someone called Blanco Abigail. Apparently.
Thank you, narrator. Really worked on that one.
Appreciate it.
Jam
The
Rock
library
Public
card
Library.
is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Look inside.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned.
What about Man from Helmdall?
Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Alright.
Alright.
We got a phone number.
Well, we got a phone number and got a call to the station about somebody named Billy Mejean.
I should probably check the trash just in case.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Salmon syrup
Whoever
packet.
tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Now, this makes partying look bad. Still, don't let it sway you. You're responsible. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol.
Let's get examined.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you
Okay,
find.
yeah, if there were 3 bottles, that would do it.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
Yeah, this does
Well,
seem...
I'm sorry, Billy. We'll try to write you in when we get a chance.
Yeah, that does seem... non-criminal, though.
Wasn't there supposed to be a church around here somewhere?
Yeah, is this the church?
Is it just a euphemistic name for this boardwalk?
Or
Is
we
there-
didn't go far
Or is
enough?
there actually... There's a church.
Oh,
on-
that's the church.
Yeah, there's a church on the main menu screen. I was like, isn't there supposed to be one?
I
around
think
here?
it's this thing over here. This is a church. A non-Christian church.
Yeah, I'm not... I don't know if they've established Christianity in this universe. Sam Brune, 1147.
Yeah, I don't think that Christianity is necessarily a thing here.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock carelessly drilled into the wood.
Rattle the doors.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work.
High above, the wind wraps the church in its rush, cold and wet from the ocean bay. It parts around the massive keel-shaped roof, like a test tunnel washing both sides, the way it has done for 340 years. The wind keeps its distance. So should you.
What is this feeling?
There is a hole in my heart.
The lieutenant looks at the padlock. He didn't hear you asking. You were quiet enough.
Take a look at the padlock.
Whose voice is that?
I don't know.
That sometimes appears when Shivers is talking.
That is a good question.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's
make it
make
dead.
it dead.
Have you seen this symbol before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
Does it look like it to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Try and peel it off without ripping it. Let's go!
There's nothing like
Yeah!
the sound
Look at that
of the sticker
check!
unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
After the last entry where it belonged.
On your ledger, right on the cover.
On the
Right
cover,
on the cover.
Voila. Looks very modern.
Yeah. It's like the
The
staple.
padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently
Ah.
and is unprofessional, to say the
Could
least.
someone have gotten in here?
Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
This is where Mr. Prybar comes in handy.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
Yeah,
That's
There
fair.
is a touch of guilt in his voice.
fair.
Where do you think we should start?
Can you hear the pulsing bass underneath the wind? A sure sign of junior delinquency. Somewhere east of here.
The pulsing bass. Somebody's popping and locking around here.
There's a ladder.
Can you get underneath it?
Maybe. I mean, worst case, I can fucking get that lock off. I'm not truly in the anti-object task force, but I might as well be.
Physical instrument has made that kind of unnecessary.
Right, yeah, we're so good at it. Like, what could it offer?
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
Me?
I'm not going to have a secret. No one comes to mind? Oh,
Exactly.
Why am I like a seagull?
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became shit city. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons. No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Hold on, have I ever eaten a burger out of the trash?
trash?
You have.
The body remembers. Wow. I guess I am a bit like a seagull.
Exactly. The seagull does what it takes, and so do you. You've got that same spirit in you. When the time comes, you push yourself.
Alright.
Harry looked through the trash. Wow, there's a hamburger inside. Harry takes it. The body remembers.
Logic. You don't have any more room in your pockets. Fuck you, Logic. Call the escargot service.
a cairn.
Are you the cryptozoologist?
A shaggy-looking
So,
girl
no.
in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh. Hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
That's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
Said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
I don't.
I should, and I do.
Oh. I didn't notice that.
It's not really a hat, Harry.
It's a hat enough. No, that's all clear.
That's some bad hat, Harry.
Sorry, man. My mind was elsewhere. Shoot.
What's the device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Where did you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Congregating homosexuals.
That's interesting. Who's this Arno
Oh
guy?
yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
I get down.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
And some hippie on my ears. Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock. The form of a wrecked tape player in a completely trashed hotel room.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. Get down. Grind.
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say.
You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
How's that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble. Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what are you recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, you haven't
My
had one.
boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
Suspicious.
What are these recordings for? The cracks, the
The
footsteps?
musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music.
Ooh.
They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
No, that makes total
Anyway.
sense.
I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
Alright.
The girl is cold all of a sudden. Very cold.
That's hard.
Why are you here, Pain Threshold?
I
She's in
don't really
pain.
know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish. Very useless all of a sudden. She is on some kind of stimulant. Amphetamine or methadone.
Oh.
And its effects are wearing off fast. She will begin to experience more and more valleys now, and fewer peaks.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Our hat's pretty garbage anyway. Yours?
Thanks.
You can have my accounting visor. It's supposed to be a music place.
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
Wow.
The boys?
Yeah, Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you
Freezing
freezing
out here while the boys are inside.
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Oh, this might be a place you could get a tape player if you couldn't afford the
Maybe.
one of the pawn shops.
These headphones your boyfriend sold.
Yep. They were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Just there's something outside so you don't have to freeze.
That stuff is more expensive than I am.
Ugh.
More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
My
Go
questions.
ahead.
What is her name? You didn't ask her name.
Oh yeah.
Estelle.
Honey Young Sue's official blues.
Okay, it's Burger.
Alright. More about the music place you've been playing in this church.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah,
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here. Not in a million years.
Did you put the padlock on the church door?
no,
No.
not really, no.
So then this isn't yours?
It's Noid's.
Is this Noid a friend of yours?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Why did Noid person put a padlock on the church door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about them, he'll tell you.
I mean, that's not
That's
not wrong.
Yeah.
Should you? Weirdos. Sounds bad somehow.
I feel like we might meet one of said weirdos.
Yeah. Anodic
You
dances.
know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Anodes and cathodes?
Oh, okay. Like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like. If it ever comes.
Oof.
Yeah.
There's a line.
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
Yeah, why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk to him.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Nope.
Go ahead.
Tape recorder lies in the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up.
We don't need that.
It's a white check. There's no.
Sure.
Just
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
actually, that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
What the hell is
No,
this
go-
tent?
Down.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The wind stuff's getting out.
Morty! Listen to the therapeutic, Morty!
God, electrochemistry, Morty! Squeeze in.
Sorry, you barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Thanks, Kim. Oh, yes.
Distilled.
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed.
You must avoid the Noid.
I'll avoid the Noid.
A young man with
Egghead.
peroxide
All right.
hair holds up a Harman Walshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega!
All right.
Here comes the night!
Could there have been a right way out of this?
Solve the egghead puzzle.
Oh, yes.
No.
There is, though.
A youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and
All
right.
extends his hand in greeting.
It gives me plenty of time to solve the egghead riddle.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shake his
His grip
hand.
is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and
I'll wait for JD to
inspire
get back.
confidence.
And hope everyone's night is going well in the meantime. Time moves in this game in a way that I don't have to worry about that. I didn't move ahead, I just, talked to... Just said hello to Andre, but haven't actually advanced the convo. Alright, so...
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead.
Egg!
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 With probably analytic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Yep.
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Honest for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Alright.
Place is a shithole.
Yeah, so you went to fucking Martinez.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer.
He has
authority issues.
Okay,
There's no
so
need.
like, wait, is this like some real analog for like the post-80s British punk scene?
I think so. Look at this preppy fucking dickhead.
That dude ain't dressed for it. Place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
Strike that. The verse.
Yeah!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
Okay.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are.
Okay.
Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
What kind?
What kind?
The spooky kind.
What do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Yeah,
Yeah, alright.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
With what would they heat it?
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Noid put the
So-
padlock on the door.
I think Harry just got played.
Oh, I just want to get in.
Okay.
Oh, so you met her. Good.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think. There's concern in his voice.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Like a normal adult person.
Hey, cool guy.
Why the fuck would I do it like in a normal adult person when Check is here?
I mean, because we'll probably lose, like, morale, but who cares?
You see the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man. Play it cool.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe.
Holy fuck! So they haven't
I'm
started
super
that.
sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
No one lives forever, baby!
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
No, it wasn't!
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that
Keys out of my hands now. Oh my god.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
The Ecclesiastes?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
Man, what do you mean by meteor?
You know, of Meteo. Concerning Meteo.
What's the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
Good.
Yes?
Great.
What's the deal with that kid here?
I don't know what has a
He's a
sign.
quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
And how do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
You ever really talk to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself.
I have this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
See, you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled, too.
Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Interesting.
Not... is it not water?
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Yeah, so it's definitely a substance. Let's just go for the crit.
Okay,
Nope.
so the Speed Freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too. But you digress.
What's the gist of
The
it?
gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult
The gist.
before making up your mind.
Always ask for a cut of
This
the
is
gross,
going
never the net.
Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
It's not the line, but okay, same effect.
The
anyway.
young man with
This is hardcore.
Is it?
It's hardcore!
Just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger. Back to the heavyweight jam.
Yeah!
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
But is it? I mean, really? Yeah!
this young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural, Gutwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it.
Yeah!
The Y to the E to the A to the A to the A A to the A to the A to the G to the H to the exclamation mark. Yeah!
Okay.
We're close.
We're close. Yes.
True, hard, full car.
Hang on.
Hard car. Yeah!
This young
Okay.
man,
The what? Yeah!
We're getting there though. One
We're
more.
close. True, hard, full. It's hard car. Skibadis.
Okay.
We're
Two.
close. True,
Two say
hard,
nothing.
full. Hard car. Hard car to the mega. Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary out of the Wuthering Rags hostel.
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata, the place to be.
Why is this Yokokata the place to be?
What does it mean?
Yakokata is a hardcore place.
Alright. We'll be back.
I like how you could just flat out ask him who killed the guy.
Did you kill Rita? Egghead, did you kill Rita?
Hardcore!
a pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
Push it
the
over.
pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Shortcutting.
Bridge. Alright, so now we don't have to destroy the church.
But we also might find some dead corpses in here, so...
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular
God, imagine if we just busted open and found more corpses in the same 100 feet.
That'd be fucking wild.
Into the wood. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open. Feels like electricity and a very small piece of nothingness.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area.
Ah.
Its black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
Oh.
This might be the curse.
Oh.
Whoa. Holy fuck.
You should walk here, not run.
Interesting.
Complex equations.
They look recent. Extra skin crawl. Sound equipment, presumably. Alright. This is stole?
Mask banger's silk scarf.
Oh, neck? That
What
truly
is-
horrifying
what
tie.
does silk scarf do?
Inland Empire or
Compared
Pain
to
Threshold?
Pain Threshold. Inland Empire might actually be more relevant around here. So.
Well, especially because, like, we don't need more Pain Threshold, do we?
No, Pain Threshold's already quite substantial. Floor?
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing.
We've gotten a lot of work from Primal Yells.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Ooh.
It's unnerving.
Stomp feet, clamp hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing is beginning to worry me.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
That's not normal.
Whatever
Even for this place.
That's acoustics. That's not how that works.
There shouldn't be. No, all the surfaces around you are steel and wood. They should be reverberating
and there's
noise.
fucking weird wires.
Not absorbing it.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
This is a red check. What if I don't want to know what's up there?
The silence, the darkness, they've enveloped you as in a cocoon. You cannot move anymore.
Well, we gotta look. Dang, that was a pretty good roll, too.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
Blink. Ooh.
Harry?
Oh, fuck. What?
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Tiago?
The hell? Kim?
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Run away.
We should talk.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
Okay, we definitely aren't wine drinkers, though.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what you see.
Kim! Fuck off! You know, if you're gonna make me put up with this religious bullshit, I'm gonna get one in on you.
Look at these crazes.
What is this shit?
If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. We need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastic property.
I don't fucking care. I feel like you have a point there. And also, this is stupid. I don't even know what this is.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
Okay.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
Okay.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
Oh. Madre.
Madre, oh, fuck.
It's a mob joint.
Where'd you come from?
Up there, Holmes.
Okay.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams.
Some ravers were
blending
observing this place
into
through
the
night.
shadows.
What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Okay.
Number one?
Oh, that's no simple question, Essa. She is one who can be painted or sculpted.
Okay.
She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
Electrochemistry, if this is you, I would love some insight.
His adoration is beyond sexual. This cavity is something that no human form has.
That's not what I expected you to say.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Sure.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not related to the Madre gang.
What happened if you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
How did you even find this place? Is this your scar flying around?
I think it was. A long time ago. I had to shed it like a skin to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have it. I don't need it anymore.
Okay, thanks.
The scarf looks pretty dapper, actually.
Alright, thanks, Composure.
Composure, please.
How do you even find this place?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
Sure you didn't just switch to one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you. To his very own self.
Faith is a kind of drug. But no, so he is definitely doing drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he might also be in touch with Shivers a little bit. Yeah. So,
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
Oh, actually, not that long ago.
Let me tell you about Catholic guilt, mon frere. There's plenty of people that...
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
The opiate of the masses, as they say.
Yeah. So you can agree, disagree, agree with him, or be like, I didn't mean to come down on you, but let's agree to disagree.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I know it will take time.
I understand. I think we understand what they're doing in the church.
On the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You know where the other spooker is?
¿Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa.
This old guy is
Don't
very...
know, Holmes. No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
That's an uncomfortable line.
Yeah. And you don't know where she is.
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can I know? And you both live here.
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
Nothing else to tell me?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Yeah.
He's not going to know about that, but ask him anyway.
Yeah.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
So what do you think about the nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
Okay, so you're fine with it.
Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Why was the church abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Forgetting, huh?
That's so nice.
Bowl is filled with a live wire. These people don't seem to need material possessions too bad, so...
No. Coin. Bangers red brogues.
So this is the computer.
A machine stands in the corner,
The
watched
mainframe.
over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Just investigate it. We don't want to totally turn away. Could be the radio operator. Or do you want to...
Your call.
No! Choose!
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you.
Is
Her
it the
voice
same lady?
sounds
Another one?
100 years old.
Good afternoon.
Fuck yeah.
This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Same assignment just said log.
Good. Please repeat
Damn
the
it.
password.
Let's look around. There's no... Maybe he knows something.
Received. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can... Goodbye, Fortress.
The machine's keyboard is still...
Oh, snap.
I don't really know why I expected anything else.
Help me out, you know the password? Probably not. You're all about silence.
Yeah.
So you didn't hear anyone.
See, why would... I mean, the kids must not
Oh,
understand.
hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
It just dawns on me that, like, the Church of Unnatural Silence is, like, the worst place for a nightclub.
Oh my god.
It would all just disappear.
Hell yeah.
No one could dance to it.
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Why do you suddenly sound like a snake, Drama?
I don't know. Suspicion. It's the interest of public safety, of course.
I feel like 4 might actually get through it.
Honestly.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is
Afterlife,
Called
death.
it.
Fuck yeah.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Okay then, thanks.
I think we're done here, S.A.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Come on.
Kim, we found a pinball room in the back of a hotel, and that seems like it's probably relevant to our investigation. I'm gonna need you to stop ruling things out. Kim,
I mean, we have spent most of day 3 on unrelated stuff, so...
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. The speaker comes...
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian
yeah, we can just say this.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Okay.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Nice, I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Print.
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise.
Go on.
Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scowling at the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
He doesn't think it's connected to the case, so...
Yeah.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why'd you need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers.
Sulislav was the name written on the note in the Doom commercial area, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So this is one of the ex-developers?
I think so.
But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on.
There could be info about the killing in here.
Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Yeah.
Keep reading. I'm interested now.
Oh, are you interested now,
I want
Kim?
to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters.
What?
Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
What?
How does...
That's weird.
Because that would... If you actually did discover that in real life, like some kind of acoustic anomaly like that, what would you think it is?
And... I mean, so there's the rational part of your mind that would say somehow this building has a weird acoustic thing. It would say
Which is what Kim said, first of all.
But you'd really think about it, and realistically, that doesn't work.
It shouldn't be possible.
I mean, like, you
and
can
you
create
can also
sound isolation booths, but you could still hear yourself in an isolation booth.
And you could also kind of understand why somebody who maybe has a lot going on in their head would really love a place where they hear nothing and have no input.
And also...
It would be a perfect meditation chamber in its own way.
And also, if it somehow did actually exist here before the church was built, you would build a church around it.
Right.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
What could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Literally no ripples.
Yeah. Sound isn't even passing through it.
No vibration occurs here at all.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
You're describing yourself.
A girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That was me.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
You did no
You were curious too.
Fuck
Come
off,
on.
Kim. Kim, come on.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
Gum. Also, some canned air. Your reading was interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman looked straight for the radio computer.
Okay. Lady driver, maybe? No. We're just gonna play it cool.
Or the police.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I'm breaking in.
Both of these sound bad.
You won't find any answers from here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Yes, I agree.
Look at the window.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress.
Kneel.
You should kneel.
No, or leave me alone, woman.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you, as if under a microscope.
I am not your bug.
As that bitter thought passes through your head, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder with 3 fingers.
Kim? Being religious or
Kim,
reverent?
Are you a secular humanist?
I'm not doing that cross either.
Or I guess anti-secular humanist?
Good call. She left us all in the shits. Don't give her a single thing. Just stand there in the apricot-colored light of the window, secretly grinding your teeth. The woman smiles her distant smile, unmoved, struck in half by the crack in the glass. Serves her right. She only cares about her sovereign's orb and her silk robes and getting to the aerodrome on time. To leave.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism?
It's a mystery. A mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret. For some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for
I should have put on my nerd glasses.
All you know is, this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look.
Visual calculus is probably going to fail.
Might as well, though.
Jigsaw broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window.
Cool.
Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
The motto?
What does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters. Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
After life, death. After death, the view of the new, the new.
The life, the new life. Yeah.
Okay.
And then along the left side, après le mort.
After the world.
La gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
What is le gré?
Oh, there was a game. Yeah, I don't know. Or
the new world.
Yeah. Who's this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
She used to say afterlife, death after.
Death, life again.
Okay, I was going to
After
say,
the
I was
world,
wondering like the gray.
pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
It's the RCM motto now.
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
I like the other one better.
So do I.
Shad this mosaic.
Unknown.
That's a cool power.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
It's Dolores Day. I believe we are in the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the Small Pinewood Church in some records.
Wasn't Dolores Day... Didn't Pain Threshold react to the name Dolores Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
Or okie dokie.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Lesetsa, we call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
You're not sure?
Uh-oh.
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being here. I
guess
I could have been here.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
Find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Alright.
She should have had plenty of time to reboot her computer. But we did level up! Hey!
We have a point.
We have a point.
I kind of want to see more visual calculus, but I don't know.
Could give it a shot.
We'll probably run into at least one more crime scene.
Yeah, we could give it a shot. Try and bolster it. What would be our other options? Boost something already. Not electrochemistry, probably.
Bringing Psyche up to match or get close to physique would be interesting. I guess any of the others, really. I'm not really strong on any of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not really strong on anything left. I could see visual calculus being fun. Oh hey!
3.
We have a -1 from thoughts. But whatever.
But you have a bonus from items, so it cancels out.
Yeah.
What is it?
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
You lead program, we're all untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
So, who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios.
Ah.
I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
How do you feel about a note of dance music?
What? I hate it.
Not like disco does, anyway.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
How do you feel about a club for it?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A petting zoo.
Place me. They said it's their dream. Petting zoo.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Fair. Am I doing an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
Comes with the territory.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Okay.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
Thank you.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Hulking the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
What does that mean?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Hole?
Any idea?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Okay.
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe. But it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the crab man lives.
I know.
Might be someone responsible here?
No, I don't.
Said the research isn't going well.
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
That's all I want to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
You seen the man living up in the rafters?
No.
But you know he's around?
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
It's probably not a big deal then.
You're right. I'm not. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Alright, I'll try not to touch
Great.
Alright. So I'm guessing that opens up the white check where we can talk about... Also, so we were definitely part of that raid, right?
I don't know.
Because it keeps talking about the pang of guilt. We destroyed a landmark of like the last of 7 special churches. Alright, Kim.
Yep, shader's fucking up a little bit.
Now well.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Actually, hang on.
Goodbye, officer.
It's time. Oh, no, we need logic.
Logic is the tacky blue one, I think, down there.
This is logic.
Well, no, there's a vest that also gives you logic, isn't there?
Oh, maybe.
Yes, Corey, you have jacket.
Yeah, baby.
Every possible area is a fashion disaster.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Alright.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Nothing jumps out to you. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Really? Because I could swear something's not adding up
How
here.
about you get out and breathe? The air in the tent is too thick for you to think clearly.
Goodbye, officer.
I mean, it's like some kind of drug thing.
Yeah.
Like, clearly.
Like they hid their stash in the church and
Yeah.
they can't get it back now or something.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
You going back in here?
Hi again.
What was that?
So,
About the church, I checked it
how
out.
are things going? And? What happened?
Man.
Oh man, the crab man you mean? Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Just gonna have to live with the crab
I
man.
guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
Yeah,
Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Feels alert! love! Get down and feel it!
I'm really not feeling it at all.
No.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise.
She did not like the
about
energetic dance club idea.
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear she won't leave until her own
And
project's
you
finished.
can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with another solution.
Look at you, Honor Man.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
You want to spread ecstasy.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
She gets down. I mean, who doesn't? Just listen to that Grace Pulsar. She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it. I mean, it's that one. So, Wasteland of Reality. -2 physical instrument.
It has been brought to attention that you're an alcoholic, and that is a sickness.
It is killing you. Maybe you can quit. That's interesting. The thought that lets you quit. Research time 20 hours. Just to break it down easy, let him down. You got a pref?
No.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you.
I refuse to throw her out. I can try.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping is.
Try again.
Woo!
Nothing
Damn.
jumps out to you. Nothing out of the ordinary, haven't they? Or maybe it's that mean programmer herself who's been lying to you. How about you get out and breathe?
Alright.
Goodbye, officer.
It's not like we don't have the health to run that check a couple of times.
Alright, we'll come back to this.
Yeah.
We should probably get back on the murder case now, though.
Oh, fine.
I know.
Fuddy-duddy.
But, like, Kim is right that we did just find 2 entirely unrelated quests.
Are they unrelated? Are they truly?
It's 2 p.m. on day 3.
We also haven't talked to Joyce in a while.
No.
Okay, so things we gotta do.
Do we have anything new to say to Joyce, or not?
We could theoretically tell her stuff about the how the Hardy Boys went and what they're asserting.
We're gonna need a lot of stuff to come together before we can talk to the Hardy Boys again, though.
I think so. We have technically something we can say to the Hardy Boys, but I think it was a white check that we just realistically did not have the stuff for. What are these doing in the fish?
Boots.
Oh,
What about that person?
Also, a map. How does quick travel work? Oh, because we got the map now. That's why it's actually a map. We bought the map in the library. I just got that.
What is this egg-shaped thing?
I don't know. Maybe it never got built. I feel like it said quick travel, but I don't know how to actually quick travel.
We'll look that up later if we can't figure it out. We can talk to that person?
Hi, officer.
Oh.
The nitpicker.
A sword.
Anything I can help you with?
And where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
Questions.
My
First
name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Well, okay, Miss Question Counter.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
Hold on, do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
So we're all
Some
men now?
went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Hey, why? They're thick-headed. Where's your husband
Gone.
now? Oh.
The harbour seawall endures the wash of the freezing waves. Many things wash up against it and onto the beaches of Rivershot. Some inanimate, some just no longer alive. You shudder.
He disappeared?
It absolutely does not. We are not going to look for him.
No. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Lost to the waves.
Oh.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Jesus, no! Gotta keep the wheel
Us working
spinning.
folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk.
Fuck.
Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Is that your boat?
Sure is. The Sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Be seeing you. Oh, and it was out this way. This is the way back. So, we can drop off the letter. Minimum. We can go to the station. Or call the station, I should say. Can we look at this one? Oh, okay, I see. Aha! Up here. Man, it's so nice not to have to worry about money in the same way anyway. Alright. So first off...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Okay.
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
Coming to the Jamrock Public Library.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to the librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Mayon. A reader.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
On Moreau Drive in central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps, far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Ooh.
Home address is
fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Oh, no. Oh, it's not his apartment.
It's not his
but
apartment,
it's
but that's where it is, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Guess someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Good. You have a name now.
Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can you describe him?
Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What's he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Thank you, that's all for
Happy we
me.
could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
Report the dead body.
1 moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Undefined middle-aged man, height 170 to 175, dark hair, medium build, looks like slipped, fell through the hole in the boardwalk.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
No.
No, it seemed like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary. What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
I found a library card in his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
Yep.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yes.
Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
I have to report that I found my badge, Jules.
10-4, sir. Glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
Feels good to get that off your chest, right? Celebration with beer.
Fuck off.
That's all for now.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Alright.
Now we gotta mail that thing.
Now we got a letter to mail.
Almost like we're a real ass adult who does stuff.
Yes, with things like Idiot Doom Spiral written on it.
And Jungle
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes.
I knew we'd get to use this for mailbox or something.
Yes, for sending.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
All right.
Oh, while we're here, in efficiency, there is a thing that we can check on here. I think this was visual calculus too.
There are several footprints in the mud
72.
left by work.
Okay, before that, We're gonna put on the right clothes for the job.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Doop. Visual calculus jacket deploy. Please tell me that neither of these good. And these are encyclopedia. Visual calculus. Alright, we're good.
There are several footprints.
92.
Boom.
Left by work. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right. The Hardy Boys in the mess hall of Whirling in Rags.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick. Titus Hardy. The one with the ball cap on his head.
Continue.
2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43. The inked banger, perhaps. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print.
Well.
5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot. But number 41. Small like a rat. Shanky.
Should've gotten this earlier.
Better late than never, detective. The whole world is dark and the tracks burn in it with strange beauty. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
Jesus.
Fat Angus. Carrying something?
Or someone.
8. Another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious.
And
a missing
8th Hardy boy.
7 sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here.
8 actually.
That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
An aberration.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is.
Oh, this one's easy. Way too easy. It's a driver.
A driver would wear down their right shoe before they left. The accelerator is on the right. Or that abandoned lorry cabin we found?
With a piece of sandpaper glued to the throttle.
That's right.
Lady driver, right?
Keep going.
Which means that the missing lady driver was also present at the lynching? That's it. She's the old soul.
Oh, fuck.
First the drug smuggling and now this.
Drugs.
Now we know who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Not necessarily.
You're right. But we should still go and see what Titus Hardy has got to say on the matter. This might throw them off, work in our advantage. So, what else?
So Otzel was in the back. No horizontal defense. Whoever walks in the Rolling Red Pinball Workshop didn't walk here.
No. These prints are pretty standard. The ones in the dust looked custom. Or maybe they're just a foreign design. It's a boot print, whatever the case.
We know how old they are. Yeah. We know what this was.
Alright. So, could go to the apartments now, or go back to Everard?
I say go back to Everard and try that out.
Yeah.
See if it gets us our gun. But we're right here, so we might as well confront Hardy on their missing 8.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bud.
It's you again. What is it? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
God damn it.
Yeah, Glenn, you fucking idiot.
Glenn, thank you for being a fucking moron.
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
I mean, I'm glad that Kim was allowed to just serve up the easy ones.
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit.
Yeah, except that you... yeah, but you lied about it, so it actually has to do with us.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Leave. We could try the rhetoric, but we're not gonna... 8% ain't great. We can do better later. So it does come back to the drug trade in the end. This is where it's like, hey Kim, saying this shit ain't connected. Kim, a lot of this stuff winds up pretty fucking connected. We could talk to what's his name who likes the lady driver and be like, so she might have done a lynching. She might have helped with a lynching. Manny. Yeah, that guy definitely isn't just a scab leader, huh? Look at his body. It is weird to just know that that guy is planning a weird, fucked up tribunal and not do anything about it.
Well, the point is to get it before he does.
Yeah.
You are also looking for the criminal. It's just that your solution won't set the entire world on fire.
Unless we have a really bad solution at the end of this here.
Yeah, I suppose.
We could fuck it up pretty bad. Alright. Hang on. We're gonna do a quick swap of clothes. Do we have anything with drama? We should have some drama.
You do have a plus drama somewhere.
Just take these off for now.
Plus drama. For the silk, the party dragon silk robe?
Yeah, okay, you know what? Sure. What the fuck are you wearing in my office, Harry?
Was that a plus suggestion?
It's plus drama.
Okay. Plus empathy for the shoes? No, you're gonna need composure.
We need composure with this man. I think this is about as good as we could do.
Alright. Do you want to save?
Yeah, I mean, if it goes bad, unless we die, I won't go back to it.
I doubt it'll kill us, but it never hurts.
Hi, Greater Corbin. Greater Corbini?
Great Corbin?
Great, yeah, great. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Alright, Everard. Max lying mode deployed.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
A member of the board is an organism in the great...
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart, too. How can I help you today?
It's done. I mailed the suit she asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way.
Yep.
You've done a great thing today.
Yeah.
You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you.
Hooray!
You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi.
We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Judging from how happy he is, it looks like you did it. He doesn't appear to suspect trickery.
So we just have to not say anything.
Right.
That, yeah.
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
Fine, where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
This is our first playthrough.
This is our first playthrough.
We don't know what we're doing any more than you do.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Appreciate it, but we have hilariously bumbled through most of this.
Yeah.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway.
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Okay.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
Who is
this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
Okay.
There it is again. The Pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
She's waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
The boardwalk where a man was just dead.
Yep.
Cool.
People don't pay attention on the boardwalk.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Okay.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Let's not talk about it.
Let's not ask. Should we ask about 2?
Yeah.
I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead.
What do you gain from him
being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
You know, I thought that might actually be the answer, but I'm surprised to hear him say
That's the thing is, that felt like the quiet part just got said out loud.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men.
What if they send 200?
It won't be 50 men. There's a battleship out there.
There's a battleship.
The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
Wow!
Wow.
What a centrism dig. Wow. This game has some stellar fucking writing.
Yeah.
How's it connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
Okay, now I kind of like everything you say, except for the part where it's all armed conflict, dude.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
What?
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
Swordfish clock.
What?
Wait.
What about it?
Oh no.
Oh.
You couldn't have gotten this until day 3. Whatever you had to stop must have happened on day 1 or 2.
Maybe.
How are you going to fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Everything?
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer.
I mean, that's kind of rad.
With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
Like...
That's drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about.
Yeah.
Old grannies,
It's drug
little
trafficking.
babes,
That's
people
exact-
with disabilities.
That squares with what Joyce told us too. They
Yeah.
only import the chemical ingredients, but drugs leave the island.
Yeah.
Wow. A neurochemical, psychoactive labor uprising stroke hostile takeover.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm digging this part. That's just the tip of the iceberg, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
Okay.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Wow, I haven't heard the term rainbow party in like 15 years.
I have to admit, that's a well put together plan and far removed
It's
from you.
It's also far removed from my men and the people of Martinez who've put their trust in me.
What he seems to be completely overlooking here is that the world government will not sit back and let this happen.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez.
Go on.
Go on.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
I'm a money guy. So he's going to make it state capitalist, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And call it
call it leftist.
Love what you're doing for the working man.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you.
You have no idea how much it means to me, because in many ways, you are that working man. You have already done so much work.
How many of you guys are there?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
Can I ask you about specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry.
Okay,
you can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters.
Oh.
But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
That's all for
Great,
now.
Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Suddenly there's sadness in his tone.
This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Alright,
so that quest line came to an end.
Nakedly about starting an armed conflict.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
That is a problem.
That's a
You got
problem.
point.
Oh, and also we're going to incorporate the island, like, okay.
And who do you think will be at the
And
top
who
of
do you
that
think will be
incorporated
at the
island?
top of this thing that everyone will profit, but they will not profit
But it'll work out a lot better for numero uno, won't it?
Right. Oh, yeah. Alright. Point.
Level or idea?
That's a good question. What do we got in ideas? The Wasteland of Reality, we could go sober.
The Precarious World.
This is the one about, like, the victory... The weird victory one.
I mean, that's...
we can go for it.
It's only 4 hours long. All red checks will fail.
How many red checks?
That's very severe.
It is. But what could the reward be? Worst case, we can go buy a book. Red checks don't happen there. Whoops.
What?
Accidentally de-internalized it.
You can talk to Leo.
Yeah.
And then, what else is there to do? There's...
Tell Joyce, probably?
Tell Joyce feels prudent, but then we can also go into the apartment complex and see about the gun and the dead man at the same time.
Yeah. Leo.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did.
I had some
Yes,
questions, Leo.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
You seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask about someone.
Mr. Everett doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
Who is Edgar?
Edgar guy. He talks about Edgar.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everett's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revachol, they say. All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
It still feels like they have not been in the same place at the same time.
Yeah. Talk about Everard.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much.
Alright.
You better ask him yourself, mister.
Mañana.
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
So he's your...
Oil for the wheels. Much needed in stressful times like these.
I think we sort of put together that Mañana is the intelligence man.
Yeah. We know about Titus. Renee.
The Night Guard. Ooh, he's a peculiar fellow. He's the strong, silent type, you could say. We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza. I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old Renee. They lived on the same street their entire lives. Even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember. Strange fellows. Mr. Martin was always real nice to me in school. I remember once.
Gaston was your human studies teacher?
Mr. Martin, yes. Don't really remember much about him. I was just a boy back then.
How old is he?
That's a good question.
Sure, mister. What can Leo do for you?
Alright, I don't think we need to ask about Measurehead. We kind of know what Measurehead's
No, I
kind of
get
deal
Measurehead's deal.
Measurehead's deal is that his the soft palate and his chin is broke. That is the first casualty of the anti-object task force.
Hello, old friend.
You're back before the cargo container.
Oh, nothing new has happened. Oops.
One day, though. We can also probably get that dice now.
Oh, that's true.
See if that does anything weird. Weird. I mean, it's gotta affect at least one dice roll, right?
I hope so.
So yeah, this is a...
Hey, Manata.
Hey, Manny, you don't seem like the warring type.
Hello, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Alright. Can't talk about it.
I really like how this game has just sort of collaged all the languages together.
Yeah. You're being goaded into it.
You turned in your chair.
Yeah. Drugs raise learning caps.
Imagination enhancers.
Those aren't the flowers that were left for... Ah.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Cool.
I like how the narrator has, like... Normally he has this weird, like, sort of stilted cadence as he reads, but he does put weird, funny emphasis onto some lines.
Yeah. We can also see if she's up for talking about the physical characteristics of our orange disco dancer.
Let's do that when we come back.
Yeah. So, Plaisance, there might be a curse and it's related to a hole in the world. I think it was just a...
Nope.
Oh, Kim.
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Fair point.
Right. Now let's get to it.
So do you make clients come to you, or do you deliver?
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Came back to pick up my die.
Very good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom.
Cursed Ilimaran die?
Here's the cursed die you ordered.
6
phrases. Read the phrases.
The phrases read, God is indifferent. Take all. Lose all. 50-50. Nothing happens. And pale.
Hey, what is this?
It's a die. Try rolling it.
Cast the cursed die, or no, I'm not
Cast the cursed die.
You throw the ball on the floor, and it ends with one of the phrases facing upwards. God is indifferent.
Good. Now roll again, detective.
It lands on exactly the same result. God is indifferent. It declares again.
It's a sphere pretending to be a 6-sided die. Each roll will end with one of the phrases facing up. The die originates in Ilmara, where it was used for cleromancy.
Cool.
Except I've weighted the die. When you try rolling it, you realize that each time it gets you exactly the same result. God is indifferent. This is our curse.
Thanks.
Good luck, officer.
I'm wondering if we can, like, interact with it. No, look at the map. See which white checks have opened. Oh, so it did things.
So it did do something. Journal?
Ah.
That seems to be broke.
Apparently. Ah, whatever. Okay. That one opened back up, so maybe this, but some of these. Church doors, which we don't have to do because we unlocked it. Wash basin. Oh, we can maybe fix the wash basin. Map wall has something. Oh, yeah. Clothes. Cool. Alright. So I'm guessing the different die probably do different checks or whatever.
It'll alter some checks, I guess.
Okay. Neat. I'm sure somebody has calculated what the optimal die is for different playthroughs, and I'm not worried about it.
So we should talk to Joyce now, right?
I think Joyce is the next one. Hey Joyce, everyone wants to start an actual war.
I think her reaction is probably going to be something along the lines of like, oh, well then the coalition will bomb the place.
Yeah, and that's
they'll
what I'm
lose.
worried about.
Yeah.
Is that this will be the second. As much as we love a revolution, like it
This
failed.
this one ain't gonna work. This one ain't it, Chief, as they say.
This place is still has shelled out. Well, I guess Everett's honest.
With us.
He doesn't think it can be stopped, also. Joyce!
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Found my badge, by the way.
I love you did.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
Joyce, you also know that my qualifications are meaningless here.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Doing that right again.
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up. Of course. Anything to help.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start. Truthfully,
Okay.
I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not
We've
on
seen
this
this.
matter. It's a matter of days,
Not
not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Huh.
Huh. Oh well.
Confront the Hardy Boys about the drug trade.
We should talk to the person in the apartment about the dead body.
Yeah.
Apartment number 20.
Or get ourselves in if there's... You know. Might have to let ourselves in on that one, depending on... It's 22nd floor.
I assume.
Firing squad for the rich. Hello, gamer. Money. That's 2.5 bottles. Alright, we'll start with... That's 28. Let's start here.
A weathered brown door.
Bingo.
The number
Boom.
reads 20. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard.
Hello? Who is it? The police. A moment, please give us a moment.
We should be able to do...
There's fear in her voice.
Come in, the door is open.
Okay. Oh boy.
Hello, I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee. I was supposed to get some tomorrow.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief.
Thanks,
for
Kim.
now. You're on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what. No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it?
Definitely no small talk. This isn't the time or place.
I agreed.
It's like ripping off a bandage. The least painful way
Empathy
is to
impossible?
do it straight away, without stalling.
We're gonna fail it automatically.
Oh no.
We could leave.
All red checks fail.
We could leave. We could run away. Or we could just... Wait. Now.
No, it's bad anyway.
Yeah. Do we go for it?
Go ahead.
I don't want to.
Wait, what?
But we have to.
I don't want to do this. Force yourself. Slap yourself.
I mean...
Say what?
Officer.
Too late. You ruined it. Just say it now.
Excuse me? What? What did you say?
She's in pain. She's in so much pain. And so are you. Your chest is burning.
Godly check.
We are very sorry to inform you, but your husband, Victor Méjean, was found dead this morning on the Martinez boardwalk.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
He was just here. Alive.
I understand that this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. We are very sorry for your loss, man.
Yes.
What happened to him? Tell me. And you just found him there? Lying in the cold? How long had he been there?
A few days.
She doesn't reply. Her eyes well up with tears as she struggles to keep it together. You hear the clock ticking in the children's room.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
Oh.
It burns like acid.
Yeah, it does.
God, Should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
I think this is better than looking away.
All right. I'll call them.
Alright.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
Morgue? But yeah.
He's not there yet. They arranged...
No, you called the people to get him in the morgue.
And who should I contact?
He was taken to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number, in case you want to contact him earlier. Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still a bit...
Sorry, I couldn't do this ever. No.
Again, if there's anything we could do for you, then don't hesitate to call the RCM, ma'am.
She just nods, distant and inconsolable. The bed springs rattle beneath her as she begins to shake. These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon to a scream.
I'll take it from here. Thank you.
We should step outside and talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't even want to look around the room if I can.
No.
So, the death notification.
He's avoiding your gaze. This is the time to say how sorry you are about how things went.
I fucked up.
It's alright, don't worry about it. I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
There's not much we can do for them anymore, I'm afraid. And, officer, I've seen worse. This wasn't the worst I've seen, okay? Now let's go.
But you are calling me officer.
Officer and not detective.
I really have, he thinks. She was strong. She made it easy for us.
Wow.
Oof. That's
You did fuck up the check, so he is disappointed, but yeah.
But, like, what would be better is going, I can't do it? Like... There was no good out. But that's, you know, like, this game, as a point, like, I think you just have to go into it knowing you're gonna fail some things. The check was described as impossible.
Right.
And, you know, I think it's fair that you sometimes...
What is there to do now?
Let's see. We can talk to Titus about the drugs.
Yeah, we don't really have... That won't really change anything, I don't think, but...
It could alter the rhetoric check of that you're being manipulated. Yeah. Do those and then call it a...
Call it a stream, because it's past midnight.
Yeah.
You can go...
Alright, yeah, we open this. Nope, not the balcony.
But I like how this game has been unafraid to shy away from... hasn't shied away from difficult topics.
Yeah.
Difficult stuff. And it is still simultaneously a game about how cops are huge losers.
And it's that, and also somehow weirdly, one of the hardest I've laughed at a game in a while.
Yeah.
It handles that tonal shift really carefully and well.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Might as well stop and talk to good old Titus on the way. Titus, do you know that you're being embroiled in this so that somebody can peddle drugs?
It's you again. What is it?
Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grace?
No, the thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
No, do the honor. You've earned
Thank
it.
you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
You keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact.
No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are doing speed. Who fucking who? The stuff's probably from Jamrock.
Whatever you've seen is peanuts. Look at the big picture, man. The place is a paradise. And all thanks to Hardy Boys.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
It's Hardy. One who's missing. She runs the thing, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
Yeah, before it was every man together. Now you run the scene.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints. Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Nah. Still too low.
Yeah. Unless we want to figure out a clever way to get some rhetoric.
But that did square with the theory we had earlier, which is like that this is actually a setup because someone more important than any of the 7 of them was there.
Yeah.
And is responsible for the hanging.
We could have confront on this.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
This isn't a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
Don't tell them the name.
Yeah. Definitely not that. Do we give him anything?
Well, Charles is already out of town.
Oh, that's true.
But we also...
We can't
just give him the name.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. The last copper. What wacky claims did he make?
Very quietly.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yep. So you have proved that the witness saw it.
Yeah. It's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
What is with the cowbells?
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. don't have to go to cop school to try that.
So you've done that?
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word.
Alright. We'll come back in a little bit if we have to. For now, let's go talk to our disco dancer.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
As Lieutenant Kitsuragi explained, a patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Okay. So I do outrank, but...
I'm on a murder investigation?
Are you... I would say, are you undercover, but you're in a...
No, you're wearing the uniform. You can't be undercover.
I'm definitely not the cavalry. I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Bring word of the end to come.
I thought Kim and I were the only ones.
No, you're not. You're not the only cop in the world. Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want? What precinct?
Okay, so 41st.
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A policewoman.
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two is making her uncomfortable.
Oh, is that Jacques in a wig and sunglasses?
Is it? Is it?
You look like shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Last couple days have been rough.
Don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
Okay, so this guy is cool. He stands there like a statue, an angry statue, and he does not like
that is your
our commanding officer.
That's your precinct commander.
Don't even try to win him over. You won't.
Something strange about this guy.
Come on.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask.
Alright, tell me the truth. You know me from somewhere.
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Yeah, that's definitely the...
That's
don't
Jean,
give that asshole
that's
the goddamn
Jean,
scent.
That's John in a good disguise.
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
69. 41st.
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good.
Let's talk more about that hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned.
Okay.
I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's just play around.
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
You seem like a bit of a drag.
Kim's cooler than you!
I'm sure he's fucking flattered. But Kim is not part of this thought experiment. In this one, we're partners.
Alright.
The lieutenant is silent.
Partners in crime, or...
No, because in this thought experiment, we're all police officers in a police station. We don't do crimes. We're not crime bros.
Come on, stop it.
Do you have a crime to solve?
Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
Okay.
This isn't helping.
What else is in our imaginary police
You're
station?
not going to believe this, but police officers.
Oh, damn.
Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung.
Who is the far-out son of Lung?
Oh, it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Want to tell me more about him or her?
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
He's trying to protect you from further rough handling, dished out by the sunglassed man.
Can't imagine
anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness.
Who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved.
Kim.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Got the question.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Like Gian?
You know,
No, you will not start blabbering about that.
Who does this asshole think he is? A cop?
Watch out for yourself, loser.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
I know, super weird.
There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get
I
laughed at.
think the same thing.
But still.
She's just asking for the same station.
Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Esprit de Corps just has to know.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He might be wearing a disguise.
Look, are we from the same police
I'm
station?
going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say?
Okay.
Okay?
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work.
You were in
Don't
disguise?
let me stop you again.
Esprit de Corps just... What the fuck is happening?
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
Sorry, I was off. This guy's fucking weird. But it totally is, right? I could call the station and be like, hey, can you put Jean on? Can you put Jean on? I'd love to know where that Jean fella is.
I can't believe he's wearing a blonde wig and sunglasses.
That's fucking great.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Now that you've had some time.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
The adversary one.
Eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
It's clear she was very much attracted to him, and still is.
You already know they slept together. You don't need to ask that.
She shivers slightly.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Where is Lelystad?
Oh, yeah, it's good.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
Sex. Alcohol.
I got it.
Speed. Probably also sildenafil.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
Violence.
Now that one is interesting.
Yeah. Could it be love that did him in? No.
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
Sure. Waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths."
Ugh.
And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
That will do.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Semenine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober.
I think we're finished.
A change of topic?
I think we're finished, yeah.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
I don't think any of the other things really matter at this point.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42.
That's what she said,
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where's this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
How old do I look?
How old? 58.
You were right.
40.
42. And he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
The ravages of Al Ghul are nearly as extreme as that of death itself. I feel like I've been decomposing for...
There's silence. Then a little more. Here it comes. Mercy.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go.
Wait. This requires
No!
scientific measurements.
Bring it on, I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Date of birth,
Birth generator.
Wait, what?
It's a thought.
Oh, it's a thought.
Temporary research bonus.
And your body feels like it's 60.
Live for 1 day or 100, both longer than they ought to be. The day of the century.
No research bonus or penalty. It just takes up time, that's all.
It might give us a bonus once it's done.
Yeah.
But Precarious World feels more interesting. THC.
If we have an empty slot later, we might do that.
Yeah. Oh wait, did we just level up though?
Did we? Yes.
Or do we want to put it into something? We could be more visually calculating. Or we could just be buff as hell.
Have we been bombing at stuff pretty bad?
No, we've been getting a lot of evens, is what's happened.
Yeah. Largely because we've spread out a lot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We might want to commit to one something or some other something.
Done.
Fine. Fizz 10.
Buff. Buff boy Harry.
After 10, though, I feel like it might not really matter.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Also, it's 12:30.
Yeah. We should stop there.
Wrap it up for today.
Yep. I think it was a good
Accomplished
session.
quite a lot.
Yeah, having access to a new place, it turns out, was huge.
I like how in each stream we've done of this, we've had at least one thing that made us laugh out loud, and at least one thing that made us just
like
chill with cool atmosphere.
Yeah. It was just like, oh god, oh god. I actually also don't want to talk to this lady, even though it feels kind of necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I am with you there, Harry Dubois. Fuck. Cool. So let's raid someone. Probably Winterbit. I haven't gotten to raid Winterbit in a while. And they're probably checking out Crypt of the Necrodancer because Crypt of the Necrodancer got a patch for the first time in 5 years. But anyway, have a good night, y'all. See y'all next time.
See you next time.